We launched the Save the Children Global campaign a month ago, exactly a month today. And what we have done this morning is to present the campaign formally to our strategic partners. By strategic partners, we have invited to this meeting, to this breakfast meeting, partners that we know have been working on some of these issues or all of the issues over time. And we believe that it is important for them to hear us out so that they know exactly our thinking and what we intend to do in the coming years. So that's the whole idea. And as a platform, we have presented a report, a national report, that shows where Nigerian children are with regards to some data collected by government over the past 3 or 4 years. The idea is to use the report to generate discussion and to make partners to see exactly where the Nigerian child is.
I want to once again commend Save the Children for what you have been doing, and would at this juncture call on Ben Foot, the country director, to present his welcome address.
What we're doing today is we're launching a report on the state of the Nigerian child. And the report is looking by state, by each of the federal states, how children are accessing education, how children are accessing healthcare, and the state of children on the street, and indicators like that. What we're trying to do is to ensure that as we go into the period of the Sustainable Development Goals over the next 15 years, that we in Nigeria are absolutely sure we do not leave any children behind. Save the Children is trying to pull together an alliance of partners to support a campaign which is trying to reach out to every last child. That means that we're looking back at the successes made over the period of the Millennium Development Goals, which were considerable in many parts of the world and even in parts of Nigeria in some sectors. But there were also many, many children left behind and are still in extreme poverty, not going to school, a whole range of issues facing them. So it's those children that we have to try and reach out to under the new Sustainable Development Goals that have been developed.
With respect to stunting, we noticed that there was huge decline in Ondo State, almost 22%. Zamfara had a decline of about 12%. Gombe had a decline of 10%. Bauchi declined by 8%, and Yobe declined by about 8%. You can see again that predominantly you have higher rate of this stunting in the north.
From the report we've just had now presented to us, it's obvious that there's a great gap between the north and the south, and there's a great gap between women and men. And we need to be able to address these gaps as we move forward into the Sustainable Development Goal. It's still extraordinary to me that we still have very high levels of young teenagers getting married and having children. It's a case of children having children. It doesn't make sense, and it perpetuates poverty and all the things that we're trying to address in developing Nigeria. So this is what this report is about, and it is to bring together development partners and people and to influence the government to really make sure that they invest in those who most need their help.
The campaign is coming at a very important period as we're planning to start implementing programs and other interventions to meet the SDGs. We need to quickly bring the issues of children into the forefront so that collectively we can work towards ensuring that all children are reached and that we're able to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So WHO is very happy to be part of this alliance, and we will work as we do traditionally with government in order to ensure that all policies and programs are updated and reviewed in order to address issues of children.
We found out that birth registration coverage is only about 30% for children under 5 years of age. And when you even ask mothers if they have the birth certificate, the percentage declines further.
This meeting is apt because it has helped us to really focus on data that are coming out of Nigeria, particularly analyzing the data from 2013 to 2015, the SMART survey, mix survey, as well as the DHS. And it has helped us to now look and see what are the trends in terms of child survival in Nigeria, and with that we'll be able to use the data to actually plan for the future. And that also is in tune with what the government of Nigeria is doing through the Federal Ministry of Health, where we are actually implementing the Saving 1 Million Lives program for result throughout the Federation. That we are doing in partnership with the World Bank and several international organizations to ensure that women and children's health is being addressed in the country. And it is our belief also that with that we are also implementing and also adhering to the SDGs so that no child is left behind.
To draw the attention of some of the key statistics. One, the issue of dropout between Chapter 1 and Chapter 3, the issue of wasting, and the issue of stunting. Particularly, I want to pay emphasis on Bauchi State and Sokoto State. Now, these are two states that you say, and many organizations, including, I'm sure, Save the Children, have actually invested huge resources.
Save the Children wants every child in Nigeria to survive, to be protected, and to develop. Save the Children is not present everywhere in Nigeria. And so it is important that all our partners understand that they have a role to play. Even if Save the Children is not present in a state, a partner who is present in that state can then take on the plight of the Nigerian child in that state. In spite of, so it should not be that because Save the Children is not present in all the states in Nigeria, therefore the Nigerian child is suffering in a particular state. We don't want that to be the story of the Nigerian child. And that is why we have brought these strategic partners together. Of course, the next step is to ensure that now that we have gathered a lot of thoughts from our strategic partners, we will now support governments, particularly the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, to call government agencies, government ministries, departments and agencies that are relevant, that are directly responsible for the development of the Nigerian child to come together, see this report, see what the partners have said in terms of their thoughts, and then agree on how the Nigerian government will respond to the situation. That is the next step.
I feel that if we have a situation of targeted empowerment of the women, raising their economic status, and then backing it up with sensitization and awareness on nutrition issues, that will be more broad-based, and it will reach more people than say you want to give 5,000 to 1 million people. How do you choose who are the 1 million poor people in the midst of 100 million poor people in Nigeria?
I think what Save the Children has done today is to open our eyes to some of the very critical issues we need to address in order for us to meet the SDGs. And I am glad this is coming very early in the day. This is May, and we started implementing the SDGs in January. Some countries haven't even started. Some states don't even know what the SDGs are. So I think that this report is a very good vehicle to be taken to the states to begin to raise that awareness, not only of some of these critical issues that the results have unearthed, but also the issues of the SDGs.
We don't yet have the alliance. What we're doing is building the alliance, except we have been working very closely with the Federal Ministry of Women's Affairs. So the government is our partner already. The purpose of the meeting today is to bring on board other United Nations agencies. We have representatives here from the Canadian Embassy, from the Canadian High Commission, the Netherlands Embassy, from the British government as well. So we're trying to get these people to come together into an alliance to make sure we reach every child.
Either as individual organizations or working under this alliance, we can all do a lot to ensure that no child in Nigeria is left behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you.